Hi, I'm Tom. This is Mina. This is Lucy. And this is Kitty Help Desk. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about allergies to cats. Quite a few people have cat allergies, and many of those people have cats in their lives anyway. In a lot of cases, they will have a spouse that has a cat or maybe came into the relationship with a cat. And a lot of those people go on medications and things like that. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about what those allergens are and some of the things that are sort of in the news these days about kind of new ways to deal with them and whether or not those are valid. So in cats, there are 8 known allergens. One of those accounts for about 90% of humans who have an allergic reaction to cats. And that one is called FeLD1. It's a secretoglobin protein complex that's produced in the saliva and the sebaceous glands in the skin of cats. Contrary to some of what you might read online, there's no such thing as a cat that doesn't produce FeLD1. They all do. Cats aren't the only mammals that produce it. A lot of mammals do. There are some cats who produce less of it than others, and that can come down to genetics. It's not always breed specific. In fact, some individuals produce less than others. The way it mainly gets to humans from our house cats is that, when our cats groom themselves, they actually, kind of deposit saliva all over themselves, all over their fur, and FeLD1 gets secreted in their saliva and gets deposited all over their bodies, and eventually it kind of dries. I saw one video where a scientist who works with Purina was talking about it and referred to it as being sticky, because unlike something like pollen, it doesn't just fall to the ground. It kind of sticks to things around it. And that's why it stays on our cats' coats when they are grooming themselves. The first step, really, if you're having an allergic reaction to cats, is to visit your doctor and find out if that's actually the case. Now, you may think that's the case, and you may have circumstantial evidence that indicates that that's the case, but, go through the allergen testing and make sure before you condemn your cat or decide that you have to rehome your cat or something like that in order to be safe. Or, even to go on medication. Nobody really wants to be on medication full time. So because of that, Purina has introduced a new product that they call LiveClear. There's several different flavors of kibble that are supposed to make your cat less allergic, make them produce fewer allergens. So the way that this food works is that it uses a protein source from eggs that includes an anti-FeLD1 antibody. So the food actually actively sort of latches on to the FeLD1 production in the cat's body and neutralizes it to a certain degree. It seems like tests show that it varies considerably over time and with different individual cats. So its effectiveness, on paper anyway, is kind of all over the map. So there are a couple of issues with this food. One of the primary issues is that it's only available as kibble. And if you watch this channel very often, you know that I'm not a real big fan of kibble. I think it's okay to feed your cat kibble if that's all you can afford. But I really think cats need more moisture than what's available in kibble. And most kibbles include way too much in the way of carbs. So that's the first knock against this whole sort of line of foods that Purina is releasing. The second thing really is that we don't know enough about a cat's biology to know what the purpose of FeLD1 is. Like, why did they evolve to kind of have this secretoglobin protein complex in their systems to begin with. It could serve a greater purpose, and the fact that we don't know what that purpose is means that we ought not just be randomly trying to neutralize it. The thing is, there aren't nearly enough studies done about anything to do with cats. I mean, let alone their biology. Occasionally there are studies done when someone thinks they can make a product and target something. They really do a hyper-focused study on that target area. But, you know, there haven't been a lot of areas in cat biology that were going to create some economic boom. So, you know, there hasn't been a lot of money spent on those sorts of studies. So we don't really understand their biology as thoroughly as we'd like to think. We don't understand human biology as thoroughly as we'd like to think. So to be kind of screwing around with your cat's biology and their biochemistry, you know, it's better to feed them a diet that's closer to what they might eat in the wild. Cats are obligate carnivores. There are certain things they require in their diet, like taurine, and sticking to that. And honestly, I really do feel bad if you find that you have allergies to cats, because it's really keeping you from having this awesome relationship with an animal that gives a lot back. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.